I graduated a year ago and I still can't find a job.
The government doesn't give a about you.
I swear to God, being in your 20s is so confusing, bro.
Nobody ever talks about how hard life is in your 20s.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
I'm 24 years old, right? I'm about to be 25, but I feel like a lot of us in our 20s are having a very hard time trying to come up in this American society, right? And I think it's time that we drop the polite version of what we have to say now, because it's really now or never, guys. Like, we are on the brink of something terrible happening. Gen Z doesn't distrust the government, right? Gen Z has been lied to by the government. Not misled, not misunderstood, but lied to. We were promised opportunity, stability, and we were more importantly promised a future in this society. And what we got in return was expensive survival with a motivational speech attached to it. We were also told, hey, work hard, right? And you'll be fine. That's all you gotta do, just work hard. You know what I'm saying? Just work hard. But fine does not exist anymore in this situation. Fine is literally a fantasy sold by people who bought their houses for the price of today's down payment. We were told that the economy is strong. We're told that the economy is doing better than ever on the news. Strong for who? Because if the economy is strong, why does it feel like an achievement just to stay afloat? You can't gaslight an entire generation with charts and headlines when their lived reality is rent, debt, and burnout. And let's talk about the system for a second. It's the same system that says take on debt and get educated, then punishes you for having debt. The same system that says be financially responsible, then builds an economy where being responsible still isn't enough. The same system that lectures young people about personal accountability while protecting corporations, insiders, and political careers from real consequences. That's not leadership, ladies and gentlemen. That is a double standard. And most of the people making decisions about Gen Z's future won't even be around to live with the consequences of those decisions. Like, these people are more than likely in their 60s or older. Let that sink in for a second. Policies about housing, climate, debt, and technology are being shaped by people whose personal futures are already secured. So when Gen Z hears these changes take time, guys, just bear with us. Just stay locked in with us. What that really sounds like is your future can wait because ours have already happened. This is every election cycle too. Young people get the same performance, new slogans, new hashtags, new promises, blah, 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 blah. But when the cameras turn off, it's just the same gridlock, the same delays, and the same we'll get to it later. And Gen Z, like we're not fooled by any of this, okay? We're not fooled by political theater because we grew up online. Honestly, we can smell branding from a mile away, and you really can't PR your way out of a structural failure. So yeah, Gen Z is pretty angry. We are pretty angry, all right? And honestly, we're not angry enough. Gen Z is angry not because they are lazy or they're entitled, but because they can do the math. We have figured out what's going on and realized that this system is set up for us to fail. When we tried everything, we could see the gap between what we were promised and what we were handed to us. Yet we're being asked to inherit problems that we didn't even create. We're here paying for systems that don't even protect us. And we have to show loyalty to institutions that haven't even earned it. Loyalty without reciprocation isn't patriotism, it is exploitation. And if a government wants Gen Z's trust, if the government wants our trust, it doesn't need better speeches, it needs better outcomes, okay? We need to see things being done the right way, because you can't keep telling a generation to believe in a future while systematically making the future harder to reach. At some point, the question stops being, why is Gen Z so angry? And it becomes, why should Gen Z believe you at all?
Y'all want to know what people never speak about? Nobody ever talks about how hard life is in your 20s. Some of us are in college. Some of us are working a 9-to-5 trying to figure out what we want to go to college for. Some of us are even wondering if we should or should not go to college. Because at this point in life, we don't know if it's really worth it or not. Some of us got kids. Some of us are in debt. Some of us stay with our parents still. And some of us got our own house with our own bills. But whatever the case may be, If you a young adult in your 20s and you grinding hard and you don't know what's going to happen next in your life, I salute you, because I'm in the same boat. I get up every day hustling and grinding, praying that God reveals my purpose one day soon. Listen, y'all, we gonna make it. We all gonna make it to the top. Stay focused and keep grinding, y'all. Do not give up. I promise y'all. Stay focused.
Hey, Gen Z, younger millennials, government here. Why aren't y'all having any babies? Yeah, I don't know. Probably because I'm 26 and I don't even know if the fucking earth will be habitable for me by the time I'm 40. I work and 80% of my income goes to rent. The rest go to food. Maybe because if I have that bitch, it'll die. Probably because I can't feed it or me. Is that it? No, I got more. I got other reasons. It's a lot of them bitches. Matter of fact, well, look, Uncle Sam gonna be straight with you. Y'all generation not falling for it no more, and we need more people that we can lie and trick into working for some shit that they'll never obtain, so that then we could create problems and sell them the solutions and get richer. So y'all gotta have some more kids, okay? Bitch, I'm not having no fucking kids for y'all. What? You're not finna send me to hell for bringing a baby into this shit? But having children is out your divine purpose. Hey, look, you could go up there and tell God, Jesus, or Joseph, whoever the fuck run the desk, that if they need they one, they can come get it. Cause I'm not fucking doing that shit, gang. Who gonna take care of you when you get old then? Me, motherfucker. Cause I'm gonna be healthy. Cause I'm gonna stop eating the bullshit that y'all keep trying to sell me. The food and the fucking lies.
Let me tell you how this is gonna work. You ain't gonna tell me shit. Listen. Suck my Shut up. Listen to me. Suck my you man. Listen. Suck my You will be here in the court on Monday. You'll be here sucking my Well, listen to me now. Go yourself.
Breaking news. The United States government is very, very concerned about their economy due to their citizens starting up trading instead of using money, because they say it's simple. For the past 4 months, citizens have been trading for goods, water, shelter, anything they need to survive as a way to boycott the government due to the government not listening to them about what they need. Let's head over to the White House and see what the government has to say about this crisis. Sorry, I'm at lunch with a very important client, so this has to be really quick. Oh, you want to talk to me about the citizens trading instead of using money? Yeah, it's going to make our lives so great. Not. We have 2 or 3 great candidates that are like debating about certain topics to be the next president. Like, I don't see what they're complaining about. Like, we're gonna fix America. We have 2 candidates debating about who's better at golf and who is more insane. Like, no one over the age of 70 should be running the country. That's my opinion. And they're always complaining that we don't support them. We're literally banning TikTok because it's a national threat to their data. Like, I don't know why they think that we're not trying to support them. Yes, we started boycotting the government because they don't care about us. They literally think that saving us from China stealing our data is like the main priority, even though they've been stealing our data for years. Do we care about abortion rights? Kind of, but no. Do we know that the cost of living is at an all-time high? Yes, we do. Are we gonna do anything about it? We're working on it. They're not listening to anything we have to say, so there's more of us than there is them, so let's start boycotting the government. It's a new trend. Like, I know they're asking for basic human decency and rights, but like, sometimes we can't do that. This is America. Like, what do they want from us? Like, affordable healthcare, affordable anything, and just to be safe in the country? Like, who do they think they are? Come back later and we'll update you on this situation.
Why did nobody ever tell me how weird life is in your 20s? Oh, life's gonna be great. Life's gonna be awesome in your 20s. It is not. People say go to college. The other people say don't go to college. It's a scam. People say start your career. The others say go live your 20s, have fun. What is it? I just want to travel. I want to go live in Bali for a few months. How am I supposed to do this? I have friends that literally can't even get a job and they've been out of college for almost a year. And then I have other friends who have a great career, never went to college, and are starting families already. Oh, you know what I've been doing all day? I've been playing college football all day. No one is giving you a direction on what to do. Like, how do you start a career today? You can't even get a job. How can you start something out of thin air? But then I always hear online that right now is the best time to start a career and start a business. How can you start a business right now in your 20s when you're on the brink of World War III? Being in your 20s is literally the most confusing thing ever. All I want to do right now is travel. I want to go live in Bali. How am I supposed to do that if I can't even get any money right now?
Why does Gen Z feel like their life is over when they're only in their 20s?
Gen Z is in a worse position than past generations were at Gen Z's age.
Some people were going to war at Gen Z's age, so how are they worse off? Who cares if they can't afford a home? You don't need one anymore. You should just live with their parents until the age of 40 and stop crying because they've never been at war.
Gen Z's wars in their own country, state, city, and bank accounts. Imagine going to college for 4 years and afterwards nobody wants to hire you.
They're
and when you finally do get a job, it's for $12 an hour at Starbucks.
Delicious.
And rent costs $2,300 a month.
It's called hard work, which Gen Z clearly doesn't want to do. Life isn't just going to give you everything. All they do is perform poorly at work and blame mental health on everything. If they knew what hard work
They do know what hard work is, but the payoff isn't the same as it was back in the
What's
day.
the difference?
Back then, hard work could get you in house and was able to support your family.
Bob the Builder.
Nowadays, hard work only gets you fired.
Wow, that might be the dumbest thing you've ever said. Working hard and getting fired is just part of life. You act like the rising cost of food while minimum wage stays the same has any effect on Gen Z.
I paid $6 for a pineapple today, and it wasn't even good because I knew this pineapple was $6. Gen Z is stressed, depressed, and financially suppressed.
Sorry to tell you, buddy, but mental health doesn't exist. So why does Gen Z keep using it as an excuse for their struggle?
The food supply is poisoned. We're on the verge of war with everybody. You go on social media and something crazy is happening every second, and eggs are $12. You do the math.
I know stress has negative effects on the human body, leading to mental health issues, but it's too late. 2025. I can't believe Gen Z thinks their life is over. When I was 22, I bought my house for 3 grapes and a carrot. I also had 6 kids and was taking testosterone.
Because that doesn't mean their life is over, but you can understand why somebody might feel that way, especially when
they need to get off of the internet. Just because someone called you a name doesn't mean your life is over.
People in their 20s is going through it right now. I mean, everybody going through it right now, but we're going through it. I mean, being caught up in COVID right after high school, while in college, is crazy. But being post-college, with a recession on the way, first time having a big boy job, and then specifically for black people, I feel like then we're watching like Barack Obama fight, telling us to come together and fight what's happening. And it's like reminiscing on like MLK back in the civil rights. And I'm like, bro, why are we going through it right now? It's supposed to be the 20s, the roaring 20s. The roaring 20s is roaring badly right now. The only good thing from any of this that's going on right now in the world, specifically in the country, is that we can buy some of these stocks low now. I'm not gonna lie. That's the main good. If we actually have the bread, we can buy them stocks low.
Why isn't anyone going to the grocery store nowadays? Because we're choosing rent or food, and I'd rather have a roof over my head than eat. And also, if I want to go buy groceries, half of the crap's recalled because of listeria and bacteria. So like, that's just the government making up. You're like just being dramatic. Are you kidding me? People died like a month ago for eating the ramen. 5 kids died because eating ramen, the cheapest thing you can buy. We can't shop at Walmart or Aldi or Lidl because that's where all the recalls are. We just don't get that stuff. Get like the bread and the eggs. Like grocery stores don't know what to do right now. You get through your tiny brain. Anything that's healthy, yeah, has a recall. Our produce has recalls. Our bread has recalls. Eggs are like $8 a dozen now because there's listeria and all this other crap in the eggs. What do you want me to eat? Air? I've been doing it for months. That's why I'm skinny. Like, what do you want us to do? Well, yeah, so I'm waiting for you guys to figure it out because at this point, I'm just going to starve myself to death. And honestly, it might be cheaper just to starve myself to death because what am I working for at this point? All right, bye.
Fuck a job, fuck money, fuck capitalism, and fuck you bootlickers who don't understand that this is not how we're supposed to live. Society should not be functioning like this, and it's not okay. They're stripping the middle class away. The wealth disparity is becoming greater and greater. Do you know that this average CEO in America makes 300 times what its working employee makes? That means you would have to work for 300 years to make what your CEO makes in 1 year. Does that seem fair to you? No, it's not okay. Prices are going higher and higher than ever. Insurance is higher and higher than ever. We don't have public transportation. Our tax dollars are going to bombing children overseas. We don't have affordable healthcare. We don't have livable wages. This is not okay. We need to take the fucking power back. We need to have a revolution. I'm not talking about violence, but we can go on strike. We can strip the wealth of their money because we make the money for them. Us, the working class, is the production of their money. We make their money for them. And if a majority of us don't go to work for 3 days, or if we don't pay taxes, then dog, we will get our demands met. We will get the life that we're supposed to have. We will have a sustainable work life. We will have work-life balance. We won't have to work fucking 5 days a week and only get 2 days to live. Like, this is not okay, bro. Please tell me you guys agree.
I know y'all might not want to hear this, but a rebellion has to happen. The economy is going to keep getting worse. Prices are going to keep rising until they have us all as slaves. I know y'all seen those history books back in school. Nothing's changed without rebellion. It's the only way. I don't know if y'all seen the Hunger Games, but that's just how shit is going right now. The older generation is already enslaved. I know y'all like y'all's iPhones and Netflix, but bro, we gonna have to stand up.
The government doesn't give a fuck about you. I know that's hard to believe. But if you think these people really care about you, you have been deceived. It's not about left or right, or which branch of the government you support. Like Tupac said, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. They got enough money to put another man on the moon, but can't make sure homeless people across the world have access to food and clean drinking water. What the hell is going on? It's not about who you support. It's not about your politics. Because at the end of the day, if you're not rich, they don't give a shit about your problems, about your family. They don't give a damn if you're sick and going through insanity. You're just another rat on the hamster wheel. Take your ass to work and make sure you pay those bills. They don't give a fuck how you feel. You don't believe me? Look at the government shutdown now. They getting paid, you still working like a slave. Your refrigerator empty. But you want to have debates with other people wasting energy on left or right? Man, this shit is all WWE. They friends behind closed doors. Fuck Republicans, fuck Democrats. This whole thing is a trap. It's a big ass trap. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. And if you believe that bullshit, you have been played. Played like a fiddle. My name is Yourself. I'm just back with another riddle. Talking about my lack of support for this government that doesn't give a fuck about people suffering. Jack up the food prices. Got people taking penitentiary chances. Yeah, everyone's responsible for their own decisions, but you can't tell me they're not creating the conditions to make sure you land in prison. The fuck out of here. You can go to jail longer for selling drugs than touching a fucking 2-year-old. The fuck out of here.
I graduated a year ago and I still can't find a job. I have a job and I'm still living with my parents because my job doesn't pay enough to pay my rent. The job market's so cooked, everybody's getting laid off. I hate my job, but watching everybody graduate and not find a job makes me not want to leave. I think I'm gonna run a marathon.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
I swear to God, being in your 20s is so confusing, bro. It is so confusing, bro. Got me scratching my eyebrows. You feel me? Like, you're not behind, but you're behind. You're younger, but you're older. You got bills, but you're still starting out. This, like, and then the one time we want to become adults, prices want to go up. I promise you, bro, I'm getting a headache in my heart.
So I said shelter for humanity should be free, because housing is a basic need and therefore a human right. And someone said Gen Z logic. Okay, if you want to get generational about it, let's talk. 300 years ago, if you were poor, you couldn't go to school. Education was reserved for the wealthy. The government didn't make education public because they thought they'd lose farmers. But enough people raised their hands and said, I think that's wrong. 200 years ago, we had slaves. Human beings were bought, sold, and worked to death as property. About 100 years ago, women couldn't vote. 60 years ago, French women couldn't even open up a bank account in their own name without their husband's permission. Point is, sometimes mankind is late to understand what's immoral. History only changes when people apply moral reasoning to create what doesn't exist. Housing's a human right because everyone deserves shelter, but we treat it like a product. You have to work for it. You want to sleep indoors? Well, then most of your hours are spent trying not to die. Is that logically a good framework for human life? A civilized society has the resources to provide housing for its people, but instead charges them for it. Monetizes your survival, keeping people at the lowest end of their potential for the rest of their lives. So, there's some Gen Z logic for you, brother. Go touch grass.
Gen Z is the most unserious generation. Are you kidding me? We have students starting walkouts across the nation. Students, Gen Z, your unserious generation is starting social media campaigns making millions protest. But no, are we the unserious generation? Or are you just sad that your generation didn't do it first?
This might be a controversial opinion, and quite frankly, I do not care. I refuse to fight for my country. I will not die for bankers. That is what every single war comes down to, is just banking so that they can get richer. Meanwhile, millions of lives are being lost over this. You can call me a coward if you want, I don't care. You have been brainwashed if you genuinely would be willing to go to war for these politicians and these bankers that are completely corrupt and do not care about you at all.